Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the first Facebook Live here on the O Forum. So thanks to everybody that's joined and hopped on board, you early adopters. I love that. And I'm excited to have to spend some time with you guys here. So I know a lot of you guys follow the videos that I do on the Share Success fan page. And the reason why I decided to start this O Forum is because, well, one, DoTERRA bought Share Success. The Goddards are keeping the Share Success as their team name, but I'm not exactly in the loop of what they're going to do with that. And I thought, you know, we have so much fun with our Facebook Lives that we should probably just make a space where we can do these really consistently going forward, regardless of what else is happening in the DoTERRA world. Hey, thanks for hopping on. Good to see you. So this is the first episode, and we're going to talk about how to find a builder a month. Not just how to find a builder, how to enroll a builder a month. And I love all the comments you guys posted on the forum before we started this. So people asked, how do you approach massage therapists, chiropractors, doctors, so professionals? What do you say to them? Somebody asked, what about the 3 pathways conversation? Where we say, do you want to just kind of dip your toes in and share? Do you want to build part-time or do you want to build really full-time? That's Teresa Harding's vernacular, of course. A couple people sent other messages. One lady, she said she lives in a small rural town and she doesn't see a lot of space to meet new contacts. And so she plays this little game of trying to inspire her existing legs while also trying to find new builders in a very limited population. And then, of course, the people that are already on her team seem to have a lot of excuses. Like they say, I don't meet people like you. I don't know how to find people. I'm not like you, stuff like that. So, hey, good to see everybody on here. By the way, where are you guys from? I just want to know where all of our participation's coming from. If you want to just type in the comments, tell me a little bit. Tell me a little bit. And also, as we're getting started here, type in the comments and tell me what you want to learn as far as enrolling a builder a month. Let's see, Kimberly, Las Vegas, Nevada. Ooh, it's still hot there, isn't it? I do not envy you. We actually got really cool weather here in Utah. So it went down to like 80 degrees today. It's really nice. Yeah, but I want to see a little bit about what you guys are hoping to learn in this Facebook Live as far as how do we enroll builders. So Daryl says North Carolina. Hey, good to see you, Daryl. Yes, super hot. Okay, so you guys, you've seen me do Facebook Lives on the topic of enrolling builders in the past. There's actually one crucial point that I'm going to focus around, and if you get this point, it will change your entire DoTERRA experience. If you don't get this point, if you don't get you can't lose this, and with you have to have this to succeed in DoTERRA. Okay, so most of us probably have someone close to us in our upline that's really successful, right? You got a diamond or even a gold or whatever rank, and it's someone that has really solid legs. They have solid volume, their rank is sustainable, their paycheck's sustainable. Wouldn't that be nice, right? And you look at that person, you say, wow, they just recruit really good people. How do I do that? How come I can't do that? How come my builders aren't showing up? How come my builders don't come to convention or don't come to the team call? Or how come my builders don't take this seriously? They don't take the mentor call seriously. They don't teach classes, blah, 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 right? Have I named all the pain points or have I missed any of them? So the one thing that you must master if you want to enroll builders consistently is you have to deliberately choose your point of attraction. And you guys, some of you watching this video are going to roll your eyes and say, oh, it's another one of those woo-woo topics. And some of you guys are going to listen to what I'm saying and you're going to do it and you're going to master it and you're going to have massive success. So I have a big string of super successful people in my upline. My direct upline is another diamond, Rebecca Gillespie, and then above her is a presidential diamond, Jeanette Franson, and then everyone above them, for the most part, is presidential diamonds, Laura Jacobs, Natalie Goddard, etc. And so I have kind of a pretty successful heritage to look at. They all do DoTERRA really differently. They all recruit different kinds of builders. They all recruit builders very differently. But there's one thing that they all have in common. They're really, really good at knowing what they want. So I'm going to rewind just a little bit here and reiterate some of those pain points that I said, because I have a suspicion that some of you guys that are joining this Facebook Live because you're wondering, how come I'm not enrolling builders consistently? You probably say some of those things that I mentioned earlier, like, how come my builders aren't showing up? How come people don't take this business seriously? How come the people that I talked about in the business don't seem to like MLMs? Etc., etc. I learned this incredibly valuable lesson on a cruise that I went on in March. It was a law of attraction workshop. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. I love those. You guys make me feel loved. So Jeffrey and I, we went on this law of attraction workshop. cruise. It was a 10-day cruise through the Caribbean in March, and all the days at sea, which were a number of days, we had workshops about law of attraction. And you're probably thinking, okay, Andrew, what the hell does this have to do with me enrolling builders? Hold on, hang tight, because you'll get it in a second. So we had all these workshops on the cruise ship, and there's one lesson that just blew me away. It was so profound, and I've implemented it every month since March, and my life is transforming so incredibly, including, you guys know we hit diamond recently, and we hit diamond by doing exactly what I'm going to talk to you about. And we're still enrolling new builders by doing what I'm going to talk to you about. So here's the profound lesson. You ready for it? Have I whet your appetite a little bit? So with every desire, every subject, there's actually two subjects within it. There's the subject of what you want and the subject of what you don't want. Now, when I listed out all those pain points, how come my builders aren't showing up? How come I'm not meeting new people? How come people don't take MLM seriously? How come my builders aren't staying committed? What am I focusing on? Am I focusing on what I want? Am I focusing on what I don't want? Or the lack of what I want? Or my ineffable, undeniable story about what is? Do you see what I'm saying here? Most of the conversations that people who wish they had more success in doTERRA have is about what they don't want, the lack of what they want, their story about why they're stuck, their story about what is, instead of the conversation about what they want. So I spent a lot of time with really successful people in doTERRA. You guys, most of you know that I was one of the 5-share success authors. So that incredible business system that doTERRA just bought and implemented company-wide, I helped write that. And I got to sit in some incredible meetings and conversations, with people like Natalie Nandy-Goddard, Laura Jacobs, Heidi Wayland, and a lot of mastermind conversations with Haley Hobson and Matt and Sarah Jansen and Heather Matter, and these just huge successful giants, Kristen Van Wey, people that are so good at what they do in doTERRA. And they're so good at focusing on what they want. They know what they want with absolute clarity. And then I've also spent a lot of time all over the company. I've trained some of your teams. I've toured through Asia training doTERRA teams and all over the United States. And I've done countless Facebook Lives. And I hear so often from people that aren't seeing the success they want, I hear their stories about how, their stories about what they don't want. In fact, funny story. So a lot of you guys came up to me and met me at convention, which I loved. I loved meeting you guys. But someone came up to me and she said, I love your videos. Thank you so much for what you do, for teaching me. And I said, well, that's awesome. I'm glad it's helpful for you. How long have you been in doTERRA? And she immediately, this total stranger, started telling me her story about why she can't succeed. She started telling me about how, I've been in it for X amount of time, but I just have this and this and this in my way, so that's why I can't really do it properly. And I was so amused by that, you guys. This complete stranger walks up to me and starts telling me about why she can't succeed. So if we're talking about, this magical lesson, Janet says boom, by the way. Boom, Janet, you got it. So, you've got what you want, and you've got your story, or you've got what you don't want. And she had so much investment in what she didn't want. So, okay, let's zoom out to the big picture for a minute here. Who here has read the book Beach Money by Jordan Adler? Tell me in the comments if you read this, and tell me in the comments if you have not read it, and you're going to go buy the book today because you must have this knowledge in your tool belt, okay? It's called Beach Money by Jordan Adler. So this poor guy, you guys heard me tell his story hopefully before, but he failed in 10 different network marketing companies. 11 companies. He failed 11 companies over a 10-year period. Didn't make any money, didn't sign people up. It was just wretched. So Christine, she says, yep. Jennifer says, yes, I have it on my Kindle, love it. Okay, so I have not read that book, but I will look it up on Amazon. Good job, Kimberly, you need this. Janet, it is on Audible. You can buy the Kindle version, the Audible version, whatever. And it's an easy read. It's like you read it in 2 days and you've got it. So this guy, he fails in all these companies. And finally, this 25-year-old successful MLMer in Arizona invites Jordan to come to his mansion in Arizona. Daryl, you need to get the book. So he invites Jordan Adler to come to his mansion in Arizona. And this guy, they're not even in the same company. This 25-year-old kid, I think, just feels bad for Jordan. And he says, listen, here's the deal. There's a numbers game that applies to every sales industry, whether it's selling cars or real estate or whatever it is. And basically the numbers game is you have to recruit 20 to 30 salesmen, or if you're in network marketing, we call them builders or distributors, right? You have to recruit 20 to 30 builders before you hit that tipping point and you have the few people that stick that are actually going to run with the business. And the trouble that most people get caught in, hey Wendy, good to see you. The trouble that most people get caught in is they try and fudge the numbers game. They try and cheat the numbers. And we do this all the time in doTERRA, you guys. How many people, how many of you have had this mentality that I just need to recruit 3 builders and then help them grow their businesses? Totally false. You guys, do you know how many business builders, Jeanette Franson, this awesome presidential diamond with tons of volume, do you know how many builders she's recruited in the past 4.5, almost 5 years since she's been in doTERRA? Way more than 3. Lots and lots and lots. Same with Laura, same with Natalie, same with all the people that I named. Same with me. And so this 25-year-old kid, he tells Jordan, you gotta recruit more builders. You gotta recruit 20 to 30 builders and expect to recruit that many people before you hit that magic tipping point. Aaron says, so true. And so this is what Jordan does. I'm gonna spoil the punchline of the book just a little bit for you, but you need to go read the book because there's a lot of juicy detail in there. So he goes home and he says, okay, I'm going to give myself 2 more years in network marketing. And he made a poster that he stuck in his bedroom. He had a full-time job, by the way. So he had a lot of the excuses that some of us have about why they can't focus full-time in their business. And he said he was going to recruit 1 builder a month for 2 years. And if he did that, that would put him in the 20 to 30 range, right? Because that's 24 builders. That should be enough. And so what he did is he took 3 of his lunch periods every week from his full-time job, and every week he did 3 lunches with builder prospects with the intention of enrolling 1 builder a month. Now, I want you to understand, you guys, that's a really lousy closing rate. 3 lunches a week times 4 weeks, that's 12 one-on-ones to enroll 1 person. In doTERRA, we have a much higher enrollment rate than that. So if this works for him, it's going to work for you, okay? So fast forward 2 years later, he had come pretty close to his goal. He had enrolled not 24 builders, but 19. And that was close enough to the 20 to 30 range because by the time he wrote the book Beach Money, he was making $30,000 a month. Is this interesting to you guys? Now, I want you to understand what he was focusing on the whole time, though. He was focusing on one specific goal. How do I enroll 1 builder a month? And that's what his focus was on. And that changed his point of attraction, you guys. Instead of focusing on, how come this isn't working? What do I have to let go of? What baggage do I have to let go of? What emotional wounds do I have to heal from? What things am I lacking? What things am I missing? Lack. What I don't want. He shifted that to what he wanted. I want 1 builder a month. I want to enroll 1 builder a month. I want to enroll 1 builder a month. And what did he meet? He met that. So I got off this cruise and I came home and I immediately put this into place. Jeffrey and I, we played this little game with each other where every time we caught the other person talking about what we don't want or our story about what is or the lack of what we wanted, we said, hold on. What do you want? Hey, thanks for all the hearts. I love it. What do you want? And we do this journaling exercise every day. We write down lists and lists of what we want. And we've been training our brains since March to focus on what we want. And you know what I want, you guys? I'm going to go on a little bit of a rampage here. I want to enroll at least a builder every single month. Ever since I read the book Beach Money, I made a rule for myself. I enroll 1 builder a month and a few customers every single month. That's my thing. And I've stuck with it, you guys. And we went diamond and we have some legs that we get to bolster up and kind of some people we need to replace. And I'm still doing that because I'm still focusing on enrolling a few customers and 1 builder a month, every month. I want to enroll the builder a month. I want builders that want this as much or more than I do. I want people that want this for themselves. I want builders that have this big vision, that are heart-based, that have so much feeling in this, that know the big vision of what they're doing. I want people that are committed for a number of years in doTERRA. Not just trials. I want people that have so much feeling in this that they just draw good customers and builders to them. I want builders that I want to work with all the time. People that I can't wait to get on the phone with. People that I want to see at team meetings. People that I can't wait to visit with at convention. I want builders that take this big vision seriously. I don't care if they're part-time or if they're full-time. I just want them to be in it all the time. It's like what Justin Harrison said at convention. You can do this part-time, you can do this full-time, you just can't do it part of the time, right? I want builders that have their whole heart in it, even alongside their full-time jobs, their full-time family duties, all of that. Let's see, Wendy says, I want to go on this cruise. It was an Abraham Hicks cruise, Wendy, and you must go on it. It was life-altering. Erin says, that's what my upline told me at convention, recruit builders. She's been in this for 5 years and she's realizing that now. That's really good advice, Erin. Janet says, I want to enroll a builder a month. Kimberly says, it seems less of a daunting task if you only look at one builder a month. Absolutely. So, some of you guys sent me some really specific questions, like should we be focusing on sharp people, high caliber people, doctors, massage therapists, chiropractors, things like that. The answer to that question is you will know when you are focused solely on what you want. You will draw to you the ideas. You guys, this is how law of attraction works. It starts with a teeny little idea. I think a little bit about what I want. And if I hold that for a few seconds, I draw another thought like into it. In fact, I want to give you an example that's the opposite, just to really give a great illustration. So, who here is married, okay? Do you remember the last fight that you got into with your spouse? You realize that your spouse did not do the dishes like he said he would. And then you look at that and you're like, that's irritating that he didn't do the dishes. He said he would. And then another thought comes to your mind just like it. You attract whatever, like attracts like. That's how law of attraction works, right? So then you think, he hasn't done the dishes all week long. And then you think, I vacuumed the house and I took care of the kids and he's just watching TV. And then another thought, and you start thinking you start drawing all this evidence about how you're unsupported and how you're neglected and how the workload is unfair and how he's just lazy and how you feel resentful and it builds and builds and builds until you want to talk about it now. And so you go up to your husband and you say, listen, that is so uncool, and you blah, 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 and you spew out all your venomous words, right? And then you get in a big fight, and it all started with one little thought. And do you see how that works? And you start to pick up momentum and draw more and more thoughts until you start drawing experiences. So, let's flip it, you guys, to the other side of the coin, because the opposite is also true. It starts with a little thought about what you want. Wendy's laughing. Wendy, you must have had a story like that recently. It starts with a little thought about what you want. I want builders. I want really good builders. I want to recruit just one builder a month, one really good builder a month. And you think about that more. And maybe you write some gratitude list in your journal about that and what it feels like and what it would look like. And you start drawing more and more thoughts. And pretty soon you start having ideas pop into your head and you realize, oh, I could talk to chiropractors. Or, I really resonate with the mommy community in my neighborhood. They have all these activities at the park that I could reach out and connect with. Or whatever the idea is, you start to attract ideas that match the original idea. And you keep spinning that and you keep attracting like attracts like. And pretty soon you start attracting people, or you start attracting courage to go and approach someone, or you start attracting ideas about what you could say to your local doctor's office or your local wellness center. And the ideas then become experiences and interactions with people and opportunities. And it's so obvious in front of you because it starts to feel really, really good. The first thing that we teach new builders on my team is we say, we don't believe in hard work. And I'll do other Facebook Lives about that, but we say we don't believe in hard work. We believe in being so clear on your point of attraction that it just feels inspiring. It just feels inspiring. And you know what? The reason why we say that is because the outcome will always match the process, the energy of the process that got you to the outcome. So if you go and do the hard work and you muscle through and you force yourself to have the uncomfortable conversation with the doctor or with the neighbor or whatever, and let's say that you do that enough that you actually do enroll some people, well, that stressful process will inevitably yield a very stressful feeling outcome. And I don't want that for you, and I definitely don't want that for myself. What I want is an inspiring feeling outcome. And therefore, I'm looking for the inspiring process. Do you understand why I started this whole conversation with you must choose your point of attraction? Because if I were to have this conversation with some of you guys and say, well, let me give you some scripts about how you can talk to doctors and massage therapists and other professionals, and if I told you guys it's scary, but I'm going to give you the words and you can just go have those conversations anyway, even if it's scary, well, you're going to then attract more scary situations, and you're going to attract things in the future that also feel scary. And I don't know, is that what you want? Maybe. The other thing is, you guys, I can go tell you, yes, go recruit people that own wellness centers and people that own massage clinics. And that might be right for a certain percentage of you guys on this Facebook Live, and it might be totally wrong for others of you. You guys, do you know who I recruit? I recruit young people that are my age, that are a little bit millennial, that have this thirst to create positive change, that like to be cause-driven. I don't really go recruit doctors and things like that. I actually did that at the beginning of my DoTERRA experience because that's what my upline told me to do. I went and I enrolled a pretty famous chiropractor in LA that works with celebrities, and I enrolled some wellness centers and things like that, and it didn't feel like me, and the outcome was really poor. It actually, most of those relationships went very sour. And on the other hand, when I go and focus on where the inspiration is for me, what feels good to me, what matches my energy, my personality, the outcome is usually pretty nice. It's really fun. And that's what I want my DoTERRA experience to be. So how do you recruit a builder a month? You start focusing on that. And some months I need to make a little bit of a jump, and some months I say, Andrew, you need to recruit 3 builders this month. And the process of doing it is different for everyone, you guys. Some of you guys, the best way you can do it is you can go back to your 100 names list, and you can make a goal to add names on every single week. And if you're really type 4, if that fits your personality, if it feels fun or exhilarating or forward moving, do it. If I tell my mother, who's in DoTERRA, to do that, she almost throws up because she hates that idea. She doesn't want to go to a names list. She wants to go focus on who's her friend, what relationships feel friendly, what people are invested in raising the vibration of the planet, because she's an energy worker. That's her thing. Do you understand why I'm sharing that with you? Because I can't tell you the process for enrolling a builder a month, because I might tell you the wrong thing. I don't know. There is nobody on the planet that knows what is right for you better than you. And the best way that you can get in tune with what the right process is for you is by starting at the very beginning of what you want your point of attraction to be. Okay? And if you start really generic, like I want to attract a builder a month, you guys, I told you some pretty specific things. I know what kind of builders I want to attract, right? I like people that are my age, I like people that are young, I like people that are energetic, I like people that see the big picture, that are looking for a long-term investment. I like people that like money, because it's fun to make money in DoTERRA, and because when you make money in DoTERRA, you stick in the business longer, right? So I'm really clear on what I want. I've gained that clarity over time, though, and I want you to understand that. Erin says she's really loving this. I'm so glad. I'm really glad for that. You might have to start really general, like, I just want a builder a month. That's it. And you start, and then over time, you'll attract thoughts and you'll attract experiences that help you clarify. Now, a little warning, okay? You might start with the thought, I want to enroll a builder a month. And let's say that the first builder you enroll is, let's say it's a really shitty relationship the next month, okay? Let's say it goes south really fast. Well, all that is feedback from the universe to help you re-clarify, add greater clarity to what your point of attraction is. So I shared with you that famous chiropractor that I enrolled. And the relationship went really south. He actually turned out to be kind of mean, and I was frankly really immature as an entrepreneur 4 years ago, and I didn't know how to do this very well. Well, that was good feedback from the universe to help me re-clarify my point of attraction. Now I can say, I want people that treat this professionally, and I want really respectful relationships too. And then I start focusing on that, and then I start attracting more thoughts, ideas, people, experiences, etc., opportunities to experience more of that. Okay, so you guys, you can type in the comments as you share this video on your team Facebook pages and things like that with builders you know that need this message. Type in the comments, and I'll hop on this often, and tell me more of what you want. And if you have specific questions, like, I already know that I want to approach massage therapists. Actually, there's already some cool threads on our O forum about that, and you can go read those. But I'll hop in and I'll answer some specific things to the best of my ability. And I think that we've achieved a really good starting point here. You guys, this business is for you. You're here for a reason. You were called here. You attracted this experience with, together on this Facebook Live together. And I want you to understand how profoundly powerful you are and how powerful your point of attraction is. And, the funny thing about how we create our lives, how we create our experiences is you're always attracting. You're always creating your own experience. Most people on the planet, they do it by accident. They don't do it on purpose. I love the term conscious creation, because conscious creation means that you're creating your life, you're creating your DoTERRA business, you're creating your relationships, and you're doing it consciously, you're doing it on purpose. And every time you get a little bit of feedback from the universe and you experience something that's a little bit of negative contrast, something you don't like, you realize all that is some feedback to help me re-clarify what I do want, so I can consciously, deliberately alter my point of attraction. And I want you guys to have thriving businesses. I want you guys to rank events. I want to see you guys walk down that damn purple carpet at Gala. And I want to throw my freaking confetti at you guys and give you high fives and give you hugs. And I want you guys to have that for your teams too. And I want you to have big paychecks. And I want you to love your business. And it's available for you. There's no limit to the resources that you have at your disposal. You understand that, right? The universe physically is constantly expanding, and energetically abundance expands to meet the demands of the people that are creating our experiences, and that's you. So do it on purpose. Go start enrolling a builder a month. You know, the reason why I love that rule, enroll a few customers in a builder a month, that's the standard I set for myself, is because one, I really liked that worked so well for Jordan Adler, but also I realized for myself, you know, Andrew, if you enroll a few customers in a builder a month, statistically, it would be impossible to not start sprouting over time independent legs, those builders that just blow up by themselves, where you've got 50,000 volume on one little leg that just it maintains itself, and it grows your unilevel check, and then you get to go to convention. You start meeting strangers on your team that you didn't even know were on your team, and you're so excited to meet those people. So, you know, whatever your rule is for you, let's start choosing your point of attraction as far as enrolling builders, and let's see what you can do with this, okay? So let's see. Christine says, love your energy, thank you, great live video. Aaron, positive point of attraction, intention. All right, guys, you're so welcome, Steve and Brenda. Brenda, I think that's Brenda on here. Okay, you guys, I'll hop on and answer comments later on in the please share this with your builders, your teams, your Facebook pages, wherever it's most appropriate, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.